The Buckeye Association for Auto Racing is proud to present the Super Pro Series, the crown jewel of late model racing in the Ohio Valley. Today it is the final road course race of the season, the Launch Energy Detroit Grand Prix on the streets of Belle Isle in Detroit, Michigan. Our third trip to the famous street circuit. Starting on the pole is Lucy Barton for Aerosport Racing, who comes into today fifth in the championship standings. Three drivers had to go to the rear of the field for various problems as the green flag comes out, and we are underway for 27 laps here at Belle Isle. Barton gets a good start through turns 1 and 2 and leads them down the front stretch towards the ever treacherous turn 3 as the field fans out down the straightaway. And here they come to turn 3 with Frank Danny Jr. sliding into second behind Barton. And there is trouble with the turn 3 tire barriers. The 99 of Roy Warren gets into the tire barriers hard, and right to the back of him is his teammate, the 34 of Parker Whitten. Boy, what a bad break for Michael Brown Racing to have both cars involved in this one. On board with Parker Whitten as he gets into the back of 99 car. That's just simply bad luck on his part. A tough break for both drivers. Whitten in particular came into this event third in points, and Roy Warren came in fourth. Here's the driver that everybody's watching today, the 16 of Star Banner, who's won the first 2 trips to Belle Isle, and in dramatic fashion, usually from behind victories. Meanwhile, in front of her, the battle for fourth heats up. William Brock, Buddy Swanson, and Robert Burton go 3 wide down towards turn 8. They manage to get it all sorted out by the time they get there, with Burton getting ahead of everyone else. The 52 slides a little bit wide, but manages to get around the 3 of Swanson, so good move by William Brock as he finds himself in the top 5 early on here, his best run of the season so far. Making his series debut this week is the number 77 of Lenny Coltrane, driving for Wolverine Motorsports, of course, if you didn't know by the colors already. He will only be driving in this event and the next event in a week or 2, which is the event at Kalamazoo, and that will be the extent of his schedule. The battle for the lead begins to tighten up as the 7 of Samantha Welch has a run on the 2 of Lucy Barton going down into turn number 3, and they are side by side through turn 4. We haven't seen a lot of Samantha Welch at the front this season, although she did lead some laps at Louisville last week, as the 11 of Frank Danny Jr. nearly gets into the wall right there. But going into turn number 6, the 7 of Samantha Welch will officially take over the race lead. Back to Calamity Corner, turn 8, as the 40 of Bridget DuSublin goes hard into the turn 8 tire barriers, and the 02 of Jennifer Duke with absolutely nowhere to go but into the back of the 40 car, and that's going to take both the 40 and the 02 out of the race, as the 97 of Bill Jones also gets into the turn 8 tire barriers, but he manages to keep going. The 1 of Angelina Hawk is certainly making good strides towards the front. She had to start at the rear of the field due to an engine change, but here, 3 laps into this 27-lap race, she's already up to 10th. Of course, several of those positions they gave to her because, well, they kind of wrecked out in the tire barriers, but fair is fair. She has worked her way up into the top 10. She is known as a pretty good road racer. The battle for second begins to develop as the 9 of Robert Burton, your current point leader, gets a run on the 2 of Lucy Barton heading into turn number 8 for second, with the 11 of Frank Danny Jr. looking on from 4th. But Barton gets a run on the outside through the turn 8, 9, and 10, and will pull back in front of the 9 car in turn 11. So Lucy Barton holding on to the second position as of right now. More turn 8 shenanigans as the 77 of Lenny Coltrane gets spun around, and the 66 of Brad Brinkley with nowhere to go. He had to start at the rear of the field due to his South Boston penalty. Heavy damage to the front of the 66 car, and they had to come in and take the entire front end off and pretty much turn it into a modified car. Big moment here as the 16 of Star Banner gets into the turn 3 tire barriers and gets spun around a little bit. So the chances for a Star Banner 3P today has taken a little bit of a hit, but she does manage to get back going again as she swings it around turn number 4. Doesn't seem to be too much the worse for wear as she is back up to speed, but she certainly didn't need that as she is going for the 3P. Hunter Blaze had to come in for an unscheduled pit stop for a flat tire. Tough break for him. He is yet to get into the top 10 this season. Meanwhile, the battle for second continues between Barnton and Burton, as Burton scrapes the wall a little bit in turn 8, but has a great run through 9 and 10, and is able to actually pull in front of the 2 car and actually have the preferred line in turn 11 to take over the second position. So Robert Burton looking to pad his point lead here today. More troubles for the 99 of Roy Warren, as he suffers the same fate his teammate did on lap 1, as the 02 of Justin Fontaine gets into the turn 3 tire barriers, and Warren with nowhere to go as he actually hits the turn 4 wall right there. And here we are on board with the 99. As you can see, the 02 gets into the tire barriers, and Warren with absolutely nowhere to go but into the back of them. Tough break for Warren, who came into today's race 4th in points. And Star Banner gets into the turn 6 tire barriers. That's certainly a spot in the track where you don't expect to get into the tire barriers. But that certainly broke something on the 16 car. She would have to fall from the event. Tough break for Banner, who was trying for the 3P today. Meanwhile, we take a look at the 7 of Samantha Welch. Her 2015 season was pretty decent with 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s, but finished just outside the top 10 in 11. We haven't really seen her that much at the front this season, but is doing pretty good here today. As the 2 of Lucy Barton has a problem in turn number 6. Ignition problems on the 2 car would force her to bring that car to a halt. Tough break for Barnton, who came into today 5th in the point standings, set on the pole today, but will fall from the lead lap. Meanwhile, the battle for 7th begins to heat up as Ashley Elliott in the 8 car, who comes into today 2nd in the points, is in a battle with the 42 of Trey Zavala, one of our rookies. Zavala comes into today 11th in the point standings. And there you see Angelina Hawk, who's actually worked her way up to 9th, so good run for her. As the 9 of Robert Burton, running 2nd, gets into the turn 3 tire barriers. So turn 3 claims another one, and this one is the points leader. And it looks like he's got a flat left rear tire. Wow, this is going to be a huge blow for Burton, who came in as the point leader, and he had a razor thin margin as it is. And the 94 Daniel Evans also with problems. And it looks like this one is a flat tire as well. So many drivers experiencing troubles here at Belle Isle today. No problems so far for Samantha Welch. As you can see, she has a lead of almost 7.5 seconds over the new 2nd place runner, Frank Danny Jr., as Angelina Hawk battles the 42 of Trey Zavala now for the 6th position. So Hawk, with the drive of the day so far, coming from the back of the pack. And there's the 97 of Bill Jones, the top rookie in this series so far. He's 6th in the point standings, and he is on the inside of the 42 of Zavala heading into turn 3. That's for 7th as Zavala gets into the tire areas just a little bit, and that's going to allow Jones to get around for the 7th position. Great run for Bill Jones and for Angelina Hawk as well. As Frank Danny Jr. gets into the turn 8 tire barriers, he was also running in 2nd. He manages to get it back going again, but does lose the 2nd position, which is now in the hands of William Brock in the 52 car. Brock has not had a top 10 finish yet this season. He's currently 18th in the point standings, but having his best outing of the season and of his career so far today. That always seems to be the case about Belle Isle. Belle Isle always seems to be the great equalizer, and it's certainly showing here today with the 52 running in the runner-up position as Valerie Forge comes down pit road. It looks like that's a terminal problem as the 11 of Frank Danny Jr. gets into the turn 8 tire barriers again, and this time it looks like it definitely broke something on the 11 car, and that's going to cause the 11 of Frank Danny Jr. to fall from the race as the battle between 97 and 1 around these guys, and the 42 is right there as well. Ooh, and the 9 of Robert Burton, who's laps down now, gets to the wall a little bit, and that's going to hold up the 3 car and allow Ashley Elliott and Bill Jones to get around for the 3rd and 4th positions. Needless to say, I don't think Swanson is too happy with the 9 car right now, but of course, there isn't really anything that Burton could do about it, considering he got into the turn 11 wall. And going down into turn 3, gets the car a little bit loose and buries it into the turn 3 tire barriers. And that will be the end of Robert Burton's day here on lap 15. Turn 3 claims Justin Fontaine as well, not too long afterwards. So that'll end Peterson's day. And the 94 of Daniel Evans is the latest victim, as the 2 of Lucy Barton gets into him a little bit. So Daniel Evans, the latest retiree against the Turn 3 tire barriers. In the closing laps of the race, the battle for third is beginning to shape up, as Bill Jones has a run around the outside of Ashley Elliott in turn 8, and with a great run, manages to get around the 8 with ease. So despite getting into the turn 8 tire barriers early in the race, he is now up to third as the white flag comes out, and he has the 52 of William Brock in his sights for that second position, as the 7 of Samantha Welch is long gone. These two are coming up on the lap car of Lenny Coltrane. Brock makes a move to the inside, trying to get around him, but Jones makes a late move going into 3. Oh, did they touch a little bit? I don't know, but the 52 William Brock gets into the tire barriers a little bit, and Jones takes over the second position as we go on board. Did he get into the 52? Oh, it looked like the 52 actually got loose going into turn 3. So, and it doesn't look like there was any contact whatsoever. So a nice clean pass by Bill Jones. The 52 lost that one all on his own right there. No contact whatsoever. As the 8 of Ashley Elliott also with the run on William Brock. This is for the third position, and she knows she could come out of here with the point lead with everybody else falling by the wayside, and she's looking to pick up a few more points as she gets the run on him out of turn 11, and Elliott will clear William Brock for the third position, heading through the final corners of the race. But this day belongs to Samantha Welch, who took the lead on lap 3 and didn't look back, leading the final 25 laps to score her first career BAAR Super Pro Series victory by almost 26 seconds. So great win for Samantha Welch in dominating fashion. Bill Jones comes home second. That's his second consecutive runner-up finish. Ashley Elliott with her second consecutive third place finish. William Brock with his best career finish. Great run by him. Buddy Swanson manages to come home in 5th. Angelina Hawk 6th. After starting from the rear of the field, Trey Zavala 7th. Liliana Machado also had to come from the rear of the field. She finishes 8th. Chuck Darling with his first career top 10. And Brad Brinkley with his front end gone comes home with a top 10 finish. And this causes quite a shakeup in the point standings, as Ashley Elliott takes over the championship lead. She has a 17-point edge over Bill Jones. Robert Burton drops to 3rd. Parker Whitten in 4th. Lucy Barton remains 5th. Roy Warren drops to 6th. Swanson in 7th. Star Banner in 8th. Trey Zavala moves up to 9th, and Samantha Welch with her victory moves up into the top 10. Well, that'll do it for the road courses this season. It's all short tracks from here on out, and the next short track on the schedule is at the Kalamazoo Speedway for the CRT Construction 75. Thank you for joining us today. I'm color commentator John Lyondike, and we'll see you next time.